How you can't tell time but you watch face? You're not on real time if your watch fake.
What's up, y'all? It's JP, and today I'm gonna be giving y'all a different type of video than you're used to from us. Now, I know y'all been asking for the video on how to play point guard, but I want to take a step back first and show y'all how to make a point guard build for the rec. I know that most of y'all just go on YouTube and search up the best point guard build and see everybody's list and just copy and paste. But what you're not doing is making a build that fits your playstyle. So in this video, I'm actually going to show y'all how to make a build that can fit your playstyle and still be viable in the rec. Now remember, we're focused on point guards here, so we're going to start off with small guards and then transition into taller guards like 6'6 plus. Let's get into it. Alright, we're going to start out with a 6'3 point guard and go over the main things you need to know. First and foremost, your pass accuracy. A lot of people are going to tell you go with the low pass accuracy. I've seen as low as 63. Now, people would have really copy and pasted this build, not knowing that the person who made this build probably only plays park and doesn't pass the ball like that. In the rec though, as a point guard, you're gonna want at least a 75 or 77. Now me, I advocate for that 87, which gives you that bronze bailout, and honestly, the passes that I throw on an 87 pass accuracy are really fast. But if you don't want to go that high, I say go at least 75 or 77 so that it's solid. 77 or 75 is gonna work for every type of pass you need, whether it's dots, pick and rolls, or even lobs. Ball handle. I advise that you go with a 92. The reason for this is because we know steals are broken in this game, so this gives you unpluckable gold. Now, if you want to go 95, if you want to get that Steve Francis size up, that's up to you, but the least you want to do is 92 for unpluckable gold. Speed with ball is similar. You can go 75 if that's all you need for those animations like LeBron, Magic Johnson, Zach LaVine, but I know that at 90 speed with ball, you do get the Kyrie dribble style, which is probably the best in the game. Now again, these are probably the minimum requirements you need to run point guard in the rec. The reason being that 77 pass accuracy is going to work for most situations in terms of getting a good quick pass off, even though like I said 87 is probably better, but this is for you, this is not for me. 92 ball handle. This gives you that unpluckable gold, which is a must for every guard in this game because we know that locks just rip it right off of you no matter what. Speed with ball will go anywhere between 75 and 90. Those are the thresholds for the good animations in this game. Now let's talk finishing. If you're a guard who likes doing layups, I would tell y'all get that 88 layup. The reason for this, if y'all don't know already, Float Game Hall of Fame is one of the best badges in this game. I promise you, if you haven't watched our video already, we have a video breaking down how to do floaters and why they're so good this year. Again, this is for the finesse finishers. So you get Pro Touch Hall of Fame, Float Game Hall of Fame. You get badges like Bunny Gold, Acrobat Gold, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, and Scooper 2. Scooper Hall of Fame is ridiculous. I need to make a video on that for sure. But yeah, this is if you're a guard who likes to take more layups than dunks, and trust me, it's just as viable this year. If you like taking layups, but you're not too focused on it, I would say go with a 70 driving layup so that you still get Pro Touch Gold. Next, drive and dunk. For this, it really depends if you're committed to it or not, and it's that simple. If you want to dunk, get 75 at least. 75 gives you enough animations that aren't going to get blocked and they get the job done. Along with that 75, I would say get a 60 vertical, just so you unlock the animations for sure. Now, if you're really committed, you can go all the way to 93 if you'd like. But again, it's up to you. Do you want to dunk consistently or overdoing? You're just going to run. You have to decide that. Now, if you're not really a dunker like that, but you still want to get dunks on the fast break or here and there is something you could do, which is lower your driving dunk to 36 and then upgrade your standing dunk as much as you want to. The reason for this is because at a 36 driving dunk and your standing dunk up, that's what allows you to trigger standing dunks. So if you have a 36 driving dunk and then say like a 60 standing dunk, when you're wide open under the rim, you're going to catch it and just go up and boom it. So again, this is for if you want to finish, but you're not focused on finishing contested. This is just if you want a solid finish when you're wide open. Now, moving on to shooting. No matter how much videos you see this year, shooting is a little bit tough. We can't deny that. So with the 3-point shot as a point guard, I would tell y'all go at least 86. This is a safe rating, you still get good badges, and that Agent 3 Silver is really clutch. Now, here's where it depends how good of a shooter you actually want to be. If you want to go past 86 to get that 92 3-point rating, to get Silver Limitless, that's for that type of playstyle. If you want to shoot from deeper, go for that 92. But if not, I would tell y'all get that 86 3-point rating. That's the lowest I know that's really consistent as a guard. If somebody's telling you to go lower than that, that's because their playstyle probably doesn't rely too much on shooting off the dribble. Now mid-range, y'all know I'm biased. On every one of my guard builds, I have at least a 92 mid-range for that Hall of Fame mini magician and also Hall of Fame open looks and guard up. But if your game is not that reliant on the mid-range, you could definitely lower it down to 70. And like I said, up these other attributes that you're focused on. You don't have to go with the meta. Make a build that fits your playstyle. For me, I shoot a lot of mid-ranges, so I max my midi out. For you, you might not even shoot mid-ranges while you play. But the lowest I would say to go is a 72 mid-range, just so you do get that mini magician silver. It's a good badge to have, and it doesn't take that much attribute ratings off your build. Now let's talk about free throw really quick. You need at least a 71. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Me personally, I advocate for a 90. The reason for this is because I don't want to miss any free throws when the game is on the line, and that gold free points just guarantees me making that shot. But again, you can save points by going 71 just to get the badge. Now for my two-way guards, there's two ways you can go about this. You could be the guard that is on ball and stealing, or you could just have enough defense that you can stop backdoor cuts. The perimeter defense I will go with if you're trying to stop backdoors is 68, so you get that off-ball pass. Again, as a guard, you don't have to have defense. You could focus it into the other attributes that I talked about, like 3-point mid-range, if that fits your playstyle. So if defense fits your playstyle and you want to play defense off the ball, throw in that 68 so you get off-ball pass silver. Also, you can max out interior defense because it's not going to take away too much points from your remaining attribute potential. With the 68, you're going to be able to stop back doors, and that's what people are just going to throw at you all day long. Now, if you want to play more on the ball, what you're going to want to do is put your perimeter defense at least to a 75 and your strength to a 45. This is going to give you clamps bronze and allow you to play good enough defense to where you're not going to get beat every play. Again, based on your playstyle, this is the minimum I would go if you like to guard the ball or play up top with your team. You can go higher to 80, 85 plus if this is your focus as a two-way guard, but then understand you're not going to be able to do everything as well as you'd like. So pick the playstyle you want to do and then apply these attributes properly. For stale, this is a tough one because stale takes up so many attribute points. But again, if you want to really just take the ball off people, a 91 stale is the best rating. Gold glove, gold interceptor, gold right stick ripper is a deadly combination. So a 75 and 91 is a scary duo right here. But I will admit, this is overkill for a point guard in my opinion. So if you want to still get steals though, I would say drop that 91 steal to 85 so that you still have that silver glove. Now me personally, my point guards don't have steal at all. If I am going to put steal on my build, the only badge I really worry about is interceptor, which I think 81 gives you silver, yeah. So if you still want to play the lanes a little bit, go for that 81 steal, get that silver interceptor. Now I'm going to reset all the attributes and go over quickly to 6-6. All the principles I just spoke about are pretty much the same, so we're not going to go too much in depth in them. All the attributes you put up are going to be based on your playstyle, so remember those minimums I was talking about. For layup, if you like taking layups, 70 is just fine. The max you could go is 88. If you want to go higher than that, up to you. Same thing with dunk. If you like to dunk the ball a lot, obviously you're going to go with that 93 to get that goal posterizer and up your vertical accordingly. But if dunk is not a part of your game, don't put it on your build. You could literally just, like I said, put that 88 layup or higher and it's just as good. Now, if finishing is not part of your game at all, drop that down to 70, get that goal pro touch, and move on to your shooting. Now, if you're a shot creator, y'all know I abide by that 92 like I said before. But if it's not that important, again, lower your mid-range. I can't emphasize enough, you have to make a build that fits how you play. Even if you're going to have 70s in some categories, as long as you specialize in your role, the build will be good. 3-point shot, like I said before, it depends how much threes you shoot. The minimum I would say on a taller guard is still at 85 to 86 range, so you get that 86 3-pointer as a point guard. You can go higher by lowering your wingspan if you want, but this is the minimum. Again, this applies for all play styles. You want to be able to shoot that 3 as a point guard, but if not, again, you lower this and put those attributes into things like dunk, defense, or your playmaking, so you specialize in those. Now, playmaking. Again, I say at least 77 pass accuracy. You can go higher, I personally do, but if you're playing rec, you need to be able to make fast passes. Do not go below a 75 if you're a guard. Ball handle on a taller guard, I would say at least go for handles for days silver, so you get that at 81. Now, the trick is if you want unpluckable, you could put up your post control to a 92, I believe, but me personally, I still advise by going for that 92, so you still get the handles for days gold and unpluckable gold. Speed with ball, minimum is a 75. It gives you all the animations you're gonna need. Now acceleration on a taller build, 75 at least. I'm telling ya, this is just based on playstyle. If you want a quicker first step, go above 75. If you just want the minimum requirement to be okay, you can go 73 or 75. Defense, as a taller guard, you could low-key put less attributes into your build because you're taller with the higher wingspan and all that. It's going to give you more contests, more stops, more rebounds. So what I would say is 65 to 60 defense if you're off the ball, still with that 60 interior defense. This right here is going to get you plenty of stops off the ball, I guarantee it. Again, now if you want to be more of a primary defender, stick with that clamps bronze or higher according to how you play. Steal, again, it weighs a lot, so if you reach a lot, you want to go for at least the 81 to 85 range. If not, go 60 or none. It's as simple as that. Now I'm gonna clear out all this and go over the physicals really quickly. They're pretty straightforward, but I need to describe them just to make sure y'all understand. Speed is how fast your player is gonna run around the court without the ball. So if you're really running the fast break as a guard, I would tell y'all try to get 80. 80 is solid, it works just fine for me. You could also use your speed to get that speed booster badge, but that's up to you if you want to go between speed and excel. Now acceleration. Acceleration is how fast your player moves off that first step. There's been a big debate whether it matters or not, but the consensus everybody agreed to is that at least a 75 or 73 is viable no matter what you're playing. But I still played on the safe side and go with the 80 plus acceleration. Again, it's your personal preference. If your game isn't really focused on quick first step, you don't need acceleration as high as the 83. You'll be fine with the 73 acceleration. Now strength is a big factor this year, especially as a guard. If you want to be able to play defense, you're going to need at least that 45 so you get that clamps bronze. Also, you could put your strength up to get badges like physical handles and bulldozer, which when I tell y'all are crazy, I'm gonna save that for a whole nother video for y'all. But yeah, strength matters if you're going to utilize it. As a smaller guard, you might not need it. Even as a taller guard, you might not need it. But if your playstyle isn't so based on acceleration, you're most likely going to be focused on something like strength so that when defenders are bumping you, you can just blow past them, spin around them, or just dunk on them. You can't just go on YouTube and copy and paste a build. It really is based on your playstyle, and I can't emphasize that enough. You've been playing this game for a little minute now, so you know what you're good at, so you have to go back in that builder and focus on those stats that fit your playstyle, not just any random thing you see on YouTube. Vertical applies to if you're going to be dunking. If you're not dunking, you don't need it. Well, you might need it if you want a badge like chase down artists and stuff, but otherwise, don't put vertical up if you don't need it. It's really simple. Stamina for my guards, you're gonna always want to max that out. You're gonna be dribbling a lot and running a lot, so you want that max stamina on your build. Now, as y'all can see, this video wasn't to give y'all the best build, but show y'all that you have to make a build that fits you. Again, everybody probably just searches on YouTube, best point guard build 2K24, but what they don't realize is that that park player isn't playing a rec, so their build isn't made for you. So what I went through is all the attributes you need for the different playstyles you can have. Now that I've made this, I can actually start getting to how to play point guard in the rec. I hope y'all found this video helpful. As usual though, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.